Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I've got a new video for you guys today. I'm sure you read the title and you're here watching this, so I mean, clearly you're here to learn how to kill your writing career in 5 easy steps. Yeah, it's that easy. All it takes is 5 easy steps. I tried to think of 7, but couldn't think of 2 more. So we're going with 5. And let's just get right into it. Step number 1, publish a full-length 100,000 word novel in 6 months while working a full-time job. Yeah, that's right, I said 6 months. Now this tip doesn't work if you're a romance or erotica novel. Those genres work a bit differently. Readers interpret the quality of work a bit differently. So if you're one of those authors, I'm sorry, you're out of luck, you can't use this one. But if you write fantasy or sci-fi, then this tip will work perfectly. I know what you're thinking. 6 months? How could that possibly be enough time to outline, write, have your CP read over your book, rewrite, get beta readers, rewrite again, get another round of beta readers, send it to a pro editor, get professional formatting done, order your proof copies, proofread it, order your ARC copies, send ARC copies out to reviewers. Well, I'll tell you a secret. When you publish your full-length novel in 6 months, you just gotta skip some of those things. I mean, they're not all that important, right? You wrote the book, why do other people need to get their dirty hands on it? So just skip some of those steps and you're good to go. Step number 2, skip professional cover design. Because I mean, it's the age of the internet. You can learn everything online. Why spend the money on something you can learn to do yourself online with a couple simple YouTube videos? I mean, really, you can learn years of design experience on YouTube in like 5 minutes these days. Do you see this screen grab of Aletheia's cover? Do you see all of those layers? A book cover can't possibly need that many layers. Clearly, that's because either, you know, the professional designer was just trying to be too fancy, or because they're using Photoshop and they could have instead used a much simpler program. Step number 3. Skip professional formatting, because you can do that in Word. I f***ed this up because I formatted Aletheia myself. I went and I spent weeks doing nothing but studying how to format books in InDesign. Days of trial and error and research, and Josh using his programming knowledge that he uses in his day job to format the ebook, and testing and experimenting and printing out sample pages and getting the neat little graphics for the inside, like completely unnecessary graphics, like chapter headers and dividers, and like testing out margins, and so many hours of work. When instead I could have just gone on YouTube, watched a 6-minute video on how to format in Word, formatted it in Word real quick, and then just pushed it to print. I'm sure we'd still get the monthly emails praising Aletheia's formatting if it didn't have those little fancy extras. Step number 4. Attack your niche. Whether it be writers, readers, or an entire genre. Remember Cockygate? I bet you do. Remember all of the articles and videos being made about that author? Remember all of the sweet attention she was getting? All publicity is good publicity, right? And she's well known now. I mean, I'd never even heard about her until Cockygate, and now I know her name. So I mean, that must have been a good, beneficial thing to happen to her career, right? Let's see how she's doing. Let's just quickly hop here on Google. Let's Google Felina Hopkins. Yeah, I remember her name because Cockygate was that big. Oh, here's her knowledge panel. Let's just go ahead and click on this little Twitter icon, see what she's been up to on Twitter, and oh, well, she has no active Twitter profile. It's still deleted. All of these months later, I wonder why. You know, I'm sure all of that publicity made her career very successful, in which case, you know, any author with a successful career generally has a Twitter profile, right? So it's kind of strange she doesn't have a Twitter profile. Interesting. Last but not least, step number 5, be a dick. It's that easy. Do I have to explain this one? I'm not gonna go and teach you guys how to be a dick because I don't want more dicks out there in the world, but those of you who have the potential to learn to be a dick are gonna already know how to be a dick, so I don't have to teach you that. And I don't think I have to explain this one either. Social media is forever. Like, forever. Oh, you deleted that tweet? Doesn't matter, it's still out there, lurking, waiting to strike when you least expect it. But again, all publicity is good publicity, right? So I mean, I'm sure those 1-star reviews left by angry people who have never read your book, those will boost your exposure, right? That can't be that harmful. And it's that easy. Just 5 simple steps to killing your writing career. Okay, all jokes aside, now that you're all riled up as I was filming that Goodreads video, I know that not everyone can avoid these things, except the being a dick one and attacking your niche. Some people accidentally attack their niche. Accidents happen, I get it. But the other 3, I know that not everyone has the money to put into fixing those things. So if you felt attacked by this, I apologize, but it needs to be said. To get a really quality, finished product, you need to put in the money. So here's the thing. If you're writing to be a professional writer as a career, but you don't have the money to put into it yet, or you think you need some practice and experience first and you don't want to put the money into books that you don't think are quite ready yet, but you just want to get them out there and share them, use a pen name. It's that easy. It's still not recommended, but if you use a pen name, you could theoretically go out and skip the professional edit and publish a book every few months and skip the cover design. It tends to give indie books less of a good name, so I don't recommend it, but if you really can't afford anything else, that is an option. But use a pen name. Or at the very least, later when you do have a career and you want to write full time and be taken very seriously, use a pen name then, because people are very forgiving of your debut novel if it's less than great, but each book you publish, people get more of a feeling for who you are as a writer, and they tend to lose more faith in you as a writer if each book is bad and full of typos, and people won't tend to pick up a book if they don't like the cover, because we do judge books by covers. So if you put out 5 books that follow the first 3, anyone who read all of those 5 books is going to just assume that all of your writing is going to be like that. And they're then going to probably not purchase your future books. Again, just use a pen name. Start your career fresh when you're ready to actually put the money in and invest into this as a full-time career. If you're just doing this for fun and you don't ever plan on making it a career, it doesn't matter as much. You know, if people associate your name with lower quality books, it's not as big of a deal if those books don't need to bring in money for your rent and your food. But if you want to make this a full-time career, you need to treat this like a business investment. I don't care who you are. I sincerely doubt that you are a professional in book cover design, book formatting, book editing, and book writing. That's too many hats to be truly professional level in. Again, I did format Aletheia myself, which goes against the advice that I give most people, but again, Josh and I spent weeks, literally just weeks, doing nothing but learning formatting to do this. And the only reason we put that much time into it is because with Cloud Kitten Publishing, we wanted to be able to offer formatting as a service. So it made sense for us to put multiple solid weeks into doing nothing but learning formatting. If formatting isn't that expensive, just pay for it. And don't go use Word. We can tell. And a professional cover designer, because look how pretty that cover is, guys. There are plenty of cover designers out there for you to choose from, some more affordable than others, but there are things that if you're doing the design yourself, you don't think of. For example, one of the things that I didn't even realize until later when I was playing with the Photoshop file is because it was made by a professional designer who sees these kinds of things, if you notice the line from the triangle goes down to match up with the A. So it makes a bigger triangle. And it just happened to be extra lucky that Aletheia starts and ends with an A, which look triangular. And like, that's something that a designer would think of. Not to mention, unless you've studied Photoshop for years, there's no way you can figure out how to layer all those different things. I have higher than average knowledge of Photoshop. I would not have gotten even remotely close to this gorgeous cover. And multiple people have bought an Aletheia just for the cover alone. Definitely worth it. So yeah, that was it for this video. Again, if this offended you because you violated these, if it's number 5 you violated, I don't care. Be offended. Don't be a dick. It's bad. I don't feel like I should have to tell people to not be dicks, but I think you do have to tell people, so I'm telling you, don't be a dick. So if you're angry about number 5, I don't care. If you're angry about number 4, kind of also don't care. You shouldn't attack your niche. If it's the first 3 you're upset about, again, I know not everyone can afford it and people have to make sacrifices. Just keep in mind that if you want to be an indie author as a full-time career, then you need to invest the money into this kind of thing. If you can't invest the money now, use a pen name. If you can't invest the money and you're really sure of your story and your book and you're confident and you really want to make this career, go the traditional publishing route because they will pay for all of that stuff for you. And it's not the route for me. I like self-publishing better, but if you can't afford that stuff, that's your other option. That was it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're brave enough, give it a share. I know this one's a little spicy, but I mean, shares help. If you like dark dystopian novels, new adult, that twist the cliches of the genre, check out Aletheia. There's lots of reviews on Amazon and Goodreads you can check out too. I'm biased, but the people on Amazon and Goodreads aren't biased, so read their reviews. And that is available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Professionally designed cover, professional editor, professional formatting, because we've been paid for it, so we're professional formatters now. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I will see you in the next video.